the honourable gentleman, the member for the City of York. I'm a long-time member of the Labour campaign for proportional representation. Indeed, I'm still a member of it, though not a member of the Labour Party. I was a member of it when the late Robin Cook, that's me expelled now, I know, I've blown it, when the late Robin Cook was its chairman. And imagine my surprise that the honourable gentleman has been won over by the government's position to leave us. Like the honourable gentleman, the member for Foyle, I came here to support Amendment B, standing in the name of the Liberal Democrats, though I almost lost the will to live as we approached the 50th minute of the honourable member for Cambridge's speech. I've sufficiently woken up that I'll still be voting for that. But in extremis, like the honourable gentleman, the member for Foyle, I will support the government, and for the same reasons, that it is a step forward, that it is a slight improvement. But the government would be making a big mistake if they think that this little broom is going to sweep the Augean stables of this place. The labours of Hercules were required, and the diversion of great rivers was required to cleanse the stench of the Augean stables. And this little broom, this tiny little reform, will not do it. It will take far more radical proposals than this government are likely to bring forward to restore public trust in this place. Far more than have been canvassed in this debate this evening, which has been characterised, I'm sorry to say, by a complacent, joking, student debating society approach. Well, it has. I've sat here for 6.5 hours, shaking my head at the complacency on view from both sides. They have no idea. They have no idea the contempt out there in the country for the kind of debate and the kind of debating styles that have been on display this evening. It's clear. Now, I believe that the kind of reforms that we need in this place are beyond the reach of the existing members of this House of Commons. That's why we need a new general election, and we need it as urgently as possible. We need to change the way that we approach all of our politics, including, in my view, Madam Chairman, retiring this very building, acknowledging that this very building is a museum.
Order. I think if the honourable member, in the time that is remaining, could confine his remarks to the new clauses and the amendments that is currently before the House.
If I do, Madam Chairman, as I will, at your injunction, I'll be the only member, practically, in the entire debate to have done so. We've been across Scottish devolution, we've been across Lloyd George, we've been across the whole of 20th century history, all in that lazy, complacent way, but I shan't.
Order. I have no doubt that the honourable member will do so, and whatever other people have done, I'm currently in the chair, and I'm suggesting that the honourable member confines his remarks accordingly.
In the chair all evening, as someone who has had to listen to all of it. I'm in favour of the kind of reforms which are beyond this House, and so I'm going to confine my remarks now to those that are. That there is cynicism is obvious. The government's in favour of a referendum on this, but on nothing else. A voting system that no one in the country is talking about, although the Lisbon Treaty that everyone in the country was talking about and that was promised in the manifesto is a referendum that was denied. But I risk straying again, Madam Chair. The single transferable vote system which I regret to say my honourable friend, the member for Edinburgh, with whom I was long associated, not the least of which on this subject, painted a picture of a Scottish people unable to grasp the complexities of the single transferable vote system, insisting that whether your name was Anderson or whether your name was Young had far more importance under the STV system in local government in Scotland than...
Point of order, Mr Hayes.
Having had to put up with a guilt-ridden, doubt-fuelled rant about Parliament, we're now having to put up with a treatise on STV, which is not part of this new clause, and I hope